What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of the Stack Sats Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. What's up, Paul? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Paul. Happy Friday, sir. Good to see you in here. It is the end of the week. The end of the week. And Bitcoin is back, right back where we started. Right back where we started at 62,000. J-Dub in the house. Round of applause from the live studio audience for J-Dub. Oh my gosh. Nothing too crazy today on the docket. Just hanging out. We're going to do a quick little buy and we can move on with our day. My kids have the day off school today, so I'm going to make it a short one today. We're going to go hang out with the boys. Go back and hang out with them some more. Okay? So, that said, that's what we're doing today. Keeping it short and sweet and stacky, as always. So, let's get into the first segment of the show that we like to call the Sat Strength. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $62,522. 1 year ago today, the price of Bitcoin was $27,800. Just 1 year ago. How can you not be bullish? Okay. At today's price, you can buy 1,599 Satoshis for a single dollar. You might be asking yourself, what is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin, just like a dollar is made up of 100 cents. A Bitcoin is made up of 100 million Satoshis. If you can accumulate the 100 million Satoshis, you have a whole Bitcoin. Why is that important? It's important because you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin all at once. You can buy a penny at a time, a dollar at a time, whatever you feel comfortable with. Let's say you're walking down the street, minding your own business. You look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day that penny could buy you 16 Satoshis. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Dang, remember how many, do you guys remember how many Satoshis you could buy for a penny a year ago? It's like 40, 35, 40 Satoshis. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's just a year ago. Today. Is that right? A year ago today? Yeah, 27,000. Jeez. It's pretty wild. Oh, man. Oh, so sorry, guys. I'm not supposed to yawn online. But I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting for Bitcoin to pump. I was kidding. Just kidding. I'm not tired of that. I'm just, I think I'm finally over my cold. Or like, on the trailing end of the cold. And I think I'm ready for my nap. All right. That is the Sat Strength. Let's get into why we stack on a Friday. Today I wanted to have a thumbnail with that lounge feel, right? The Bitcoin lounge, right? I feel like a lot of people are stressing out, flipping out about what's going on in the world, and I'm just chilling in the Bitcoin lounge. And I wouldn't say without a worry, right? But less worried about stuff than I was before, right? Because when you feel you have your when you feel you have your savings secured, you have a way to save for the future. You kind of are lounging. You kind of do get a little bit of that feeling of how would you say it? I guess comfort you would get from a lounge, right? Also, jumping into these streams, I feel like in a way, this channel or this broadcast is a lounge. It's our Stacker Lounge that we do pretty much every day of the week. And we go into we go on about our days. doing whatever we do in our different lives. But we get to share 20, 30 minutes here on the show to hang out and kind of reset, touch base, and get that reassurance that there's other people out there on the same journey, on the same path of continuing to save our future prosperity and shield it from inflation by simply saving in Bitcoin. Right? It's like it's our place of hanging out and reconnecting with other stackers, reconnecting with other Bitcoiners. And you guys know how I do it. I try to do it in the least toxic way and in the most welcoming way, so that when you start to have doubts, when you feel like, man, is Bitcoin ever going to go up? You know, you're hanging out in the lounge with us, so you're able to see how other people cope with waiting, right? I see some pretty cool memes out there of like skeletons and like people that look like they're going through withdrawals, and like the meme text will be like Bitcoin School of 2022, or Bitcoin School, or first bull run, first bear run, or first cycle, right? And I don't know. You can never really say how much is gonna go up or how much is gonna go down. You know, just gotta be in it in case it goes up, in case it catches on, and it looks like it's catching on, right? So anyway, it's kind of a different angle on today's Why We Stack. We stack, I guess, episodes here so that we can hang out and build our little lounge, our little community of Bitcoiners, and know that we're not alone in the journey, right? And even though most of us have never met in person, we have that unifying thread of knowing the pains of hodling through big dips, buying dips, and getting through that initial first cycle. Some of us are going through that first cycle together. So, right. Some of you guys have been through multiple cycles, but some of us have not. So we do what we can, and we share that experience, and that's kind of part of the fun, right? So that's a Why We Stack today. That's today's Why We Stack. I'm on the Bitcoin diet. What does that mean? You don't eat anything but Bitcoin? Or you don't eat as much so you can have more Bitcoin? That's funny. Okay, so that is Why We Stack. Let's jump into. I feel like we're going pretty fast. It's like 10 minutes in. We're already at the stack recap. Dang. Stack recap. I know it's Friday, guys. We're going through this show kind of fast because we are trying to get back to life and start the weekend. Here we go. Browser. Okay. For 2024, we're almost at 10% again. That's good. And today's Bitcoin price is $62,373. So it is above our average buy price. So today we're going to be stacking $20 worth of Bitcoin. We have Operation Flipping Sats. We're also almost at 10%. Doing pretty good on those things we've sold in exchange for Bitcoin. We have the 100 days of Bitcoin savings challenge. Dang, I'm still down on that. Sad. We did that challenge when it was like in the 70s. Look at that. 71, 70. It's all right. We'll look back at that and say, wow, I'm glad I stacked then. It's pretty good. Oh, happy Bitcoin birthday. Wait, whose birthday is it? Happy Friday. Is it Paul's birthday? Oh, happy Friday. Oh, got it. Happy Bitcoin Friday. That's right. Nice. All right. So, yeah, dude, we're trying to get this I guess trying to get this thing done. There it is. Okay. So, we have for the whole lifespan of the show, where are we at? Let's see. We're at almost 40% still. We kind of been lingering there, right? So I don't know what's gonna happen. it's we pretty much when October happened, we dropped. It was supposed to be Uptober, but we went Downtober. But again, it's just the first couple of days of the month, so October is a whole month, so no worries. I think have we made back all the losses since October, since Downtober? September 30th. Oh no, not yet. We're about, let's see. That's not bad. We're about 4%. No, it's about 3% down from the end of September. So we're good. We're on our way up. So that's positive. It's positive. It gives us more opportunity to stack before the price goes crazy. So that said, now that we know that we just need to buy $20 worth of Bitcoin today, let's take care of that purchase. Yeah, let's go into there. So there's only one thing left to do, and that is it's time to stack some sats. I feel like we rushed to the show so fast. All I see is sats. Let's go. All right. There it is. What do we have here? Strike out. Bam. Boom. I hit the buy button. I hit $20. I press next. I cut the music. I start the drum roll and confirm. Buying $20 worth of Bitcoin right now for the Stack Sats Show Friday stack. And there it is. Just like that. We purchased 31,710 Satoshis for today's stack. Wow. I think this is the shortest show we've ever done. It's okay. 10, 4, 24. We bought at 62,472 and 41 cents. $20 worth. 0.000317 Okay. Okay. Wowzers. All I see is sats. Exactly. All right, here we go. Grand total for the show so far. October 4th, 2024. Episode 304 is 0.30163203 Bitcoin for the whole bag for the show. And just like that, it is done. We've stacked a bunch of sats Bitcoin for Friday. All right. Carl Black in the house. What up? What up, Carl? What are you doing this weekend? Let me tell you. This weekend, me and the boys, my kayak friends, we're going to take our kayaks. We're going to launch them at Mission Bay in San Diego. We're going to go out into the Pacific Ocean. And we're going to go down to San Diego Bay and land in San Diego Bay, where one of our other friends, Captain Dan, will be manning the griddle, making us boat burgers on the beach. Carl, if you're not busy, you want to come hang, you can come hang for the actual trip if you want to make the trip, or you can just come hang out at Shelter Island for the reception party, hanging out, eating burgers, fishing outdoors in the elements, having a blast. That is what I'll be doing this weekend. What are you doing this weekend? Let me know in the chat. What are you doing this weekend? Bonus points if it's outdoorsy. I used to surf in PB. Oh shoot, let's go. Hey Paul. On Lost Street many years ago. Oh, that's rad. That's cool. That's cool. The boys and the kids and I boogie board in Ocean Beach and Shelter. No. Ahoy Shores. Ahoy Shores. That's cool. Super cool. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm doing this weekend. Huntington Beach Air Show at the beach. Riding my bike down. Oh, let's go. That sounds fun. We had the air show. We had the Miramar Air Show here last weekend. It was so loud. It was really good though. Watching the new Beetlejuice. Ooh, that sounds cool. Who's the actor's? What's the actor's name that plays Beetlejuice? Is it the original actor playing Beetlejuice? I haven't even looked into it, guys. I'm sorry. I think we just watched Beetlejuice 1 with the kids so we can get ready to watch the one in the theater. But the air show sounds fun. That's cool. And then on that's Saturday. On Sunday, there's this guy here in town. He's got a big YouTube channel. He does motorcycle stuff. His channel's called Moto Jitsu. And he's all about like practicing and drilling on your motorcycle so you get better control. And he's having a practice session on Sunday. So I'm gonna ride my Grom over there so I can learn how to ride my Grom better. The guy drives around in like a BMW GS 1250. It's like a gigantic bike. I'm gonna show up in a bike that's the size of his bike divided by 10. Oh shoot, he's in a 1250. Yeah, he's in a 1250. I'm in a 125. So literally 10 times smaller engine. Oh yeah. But that's gonna be fun. So I'm looking forward to that. And just like and like I think I was like one of the first things I commented on this channel was like, yeah, but do you actually do jiu-jitsu? He's like, yeah, I do jiu-jitsu here. I was like, oh, that's cool. So he does do jiu-jitsu. So you know, it's a cool little concept. I like the idea. So I'm gonna go learn, become a better rider. And yeah, so it should be fun. See how that goes. That'll be on Sunday. And then Monday's back to work, boys. Back to work. Back to stacking sats all day. HB was trying to conduct a fair election this November, and they just got told no. What? What's HB? Huntington Beach? That's interesting. No fair elections. All elections are not fair, right? It doesn't matter who wins, man. All that is just an illusion of choice. Okay? It's an illusion of choice. The winner's already been selected. Yeah. And they just want to keep you guys divided. Fighting with each other so that you don't understand that they're stealing your wealth through inflation. If people spend half the time they spent worrying about who's going to win the election, about supporting or condemning Trump or Kamala, if people spent half the time they spent arguing about that stuff and invested that time into just learning about the money and Bitcoin, society would just dramatically improve. Yeah. If for every hour they spent arguing about politics, they took 5 minutes to learn about Bitcoin. They wouldn't be arguing about politics for long. Are you watching the HBO show on Satoshi October? Oh, when is that? October 8th is what? Oh, on Tuesday? They don't know who Satoshi is, dude. They're gonna come up with some BS thing that who Satoshi is. They're not gonna reveal who Satoshi is. No, sorry, they're not gonna reveal who they think Satoshi is until towards the end of the show when they force you to watch the whole thing, and they got their engagement from you, and they're gonna put up some lame guess at who Satoshi is with like very little evidence. But meanwhile, you already watched, you already watched it. And that's what they want. They already got their engagement from you, right? They don't know. And even if they did know, who cares? Like Satoshi Nakamoto, you know what? I'll save you some time. I'm Satoshi. I'm Satoshi Nakamoto. You're Satoshi Nakamoto. We're all Satoshi Nakamoto, right? What matters is, I don't know. Even if he came back and moved his million coins, who cares? It's a million out of a 21 million. Like, he can't change the rules anymore. Satoshi Nakamoto is irrelevant. Yeah. They could find out who Satoshi Nakamoto is, arrest him, take his keys, extort him, inject the serum in his neck, and put him in the matrix and pull the seed phrase from his brain, like they try to do to Morpheus on the Matrix. And when he gives it up, you know what he gives up? Control over 1,000 coins. Oh no, sorry, 1,000,000 coins, right? Or however many coins his wallet is. If he even still remembers his seed phrase, if he's even able to give him the seed phrase, right? But they don't get anything else, because it doesn't matter how many coins you're holding. You can't go and edit the code for Bitcoin. You can't change the rules. So let's say they do reveal who Satoshi Nakamoto is, and it is actually Satoshi Nakamoto. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to know. But do we need to know it? No. And if we did come out, and if it does come out and we do know it, does it affect the system? No. Right? Because the time to arrest him and stop Bitcoin came and went, and it's long gone. It's long gone. Okay? So knowing who Satoshi Nakamoto is doesn't matter anymore. Right? Yeah, maybe give the guy credit or something, right? And maybe he'll have like a voice of influence over people, but just like everybody's willing to argue about everything that comes to Bitcoin, you think just because a guy, even if he's proven to be Satoshi Nakamoto, he won't be able to make changes willy-nilly as he could when he first set it up, when they first were developing it. So yeah, in the end, it doesn't really matter. So if you want to be entertained, you want to watch some HBO stuff, and it's cool that it's gonna be about Bitcoin. That's kind of cool, right? But I wouldn't put too many eggs in that basket about them being correct about who Satoshi is. And if they are, who cares what happens with that? Nothing much is gonna happen with it. If anything, paper hands would be like, oh my gosh, we know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. That somehow changed. I think that's gonna make the price of Bitcoin go down. I'm gonna sell my Bitcoin, and they're gonna sell their Bitcoin. And knowing who Satoshi is or not does not change the code. It does not change that you still need consensus from 51% of the nodes in the hash to change or modify the code, right? So knowing who Satoshi is doesn't really matter. But for those people that don't understand that are not too far down their journey with Bitcoin and understanding how it works, they might not know that, and so they'll freak out and sell, or just panic sell, right? Because when the news drops, imagine the headlines: boom, creator of Bitcoin finally revealed. Let's go through some different scenarios. What if it's Russia? Oh my God, the original creators of Bitcoin are Russia. Oh my God. So okay, what does that mean? Nothing. Right? The code is already out there. It's publicly available. It's open source. It's been audited. So if it happened to be Russia that created the coins, oh well, right? Your mama Satoshi, says Hard Huddle. Who's Satoshi? Your mama. Oh my gosh, dude. You're starting to gain a following of stackers. We're trying, Paul. We're trying hard as we can. Right? So that's scenario number one. Let's say it's the worst thing you can think of. Oh my God. Or China. China invented, imagine Peter Schiff is Satoshi. How badass would that be? How awesome would that be? Talk about the ultimate undercover, dude. That's like some Scooby-Doo stuff right there, dude. Peter Schiff pulls off his mask, and it's Satoshi Nakamoto. And he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for this dang HBO people, right? But let's say even if it's whatever, Russia or China, or I've heard this one before. What if it was invented by the CIA, or the NSA or whatever, right? What if it was, right? The whole point is that the protocol still continues to work, right? The protocol still works, and if it was created by the NSA or the CIA or whoever, whatever institution, whatever three-digit government organization, or maybe some organization in our own government that we never even heard of yet because it's so secretive, it's already out there, right? If they made it, they should have made it with some more back doors, right? Or whatever. But the code's out there, it's audited, and again, it's the protocol, it's out there, right? It's like, let's try this example. It's like, do you even know who invented chess? Right? Do you even know who invented chess? Maybe some of you guys might know. If you know who invented chess, let me know in the chat. Right? I'm sure when the guy first invented, the guy or gal, let's be whatever, right? Let's be politically correct. Whoever invented chess, when they first invented it, you know, they made the protocol, they made the rules, they made the pieces, right? And they created that idea, and the idea got out, and nobody cares who invented it, right? Could that person come back to life today? Somehow we got a time machine, went back in time, we found out who that person was, we bring him to the future, and we tell him, hey, we think chess would be better if we added one more square to each side of the board. So how many lines? Let's say it's 19 lines, or how many lines is it? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it 9? 9 squares across. Let's just say it's 9 squares across and 9 squares up and down, whatever. Let's add one more square to each side, so it's 10 squares across and 10 squares across. And then we'll just have to have like a empty space between the queen and the king, right? That row will be missing, and then we'll add one more pawn also, right? And the guy says, all right, I'm okay with that. That sounds cool. I agree. Let's make that change. The rest of the world isn't going to care, right? The rest of the world is still going to continue to play chess with 9 squares across or whatever, and no additional pieces, right? Anyway, so if Satoshi comes back and they try to force him to change the rules, it won't matter. Nobody's going to listen. His time to shine came and went. We're grateful that he did what he did, or they did what they did. But whether he comes out and people know who it was, doesn't matter anymore. What up, BTC Cowboy? I think it was checkmate. Was it? No. Was it checkmate? Speaking of names, the other day we're having, I was talking to my kids, and we were talking about the John, right? And like no, we're talking like a porta potties. It was called a porta john. Like, why is it called a porta john? So I had to explain to them that the guy who invented the toilet, his name was John Crapper, and they're like cracking up. Because the guy's last name was Crapper, and I was like, yeah, well, when he invented the toilet, you didn't used to call poop crap, right? It just became known as that, right? Or calling the toilet the John, right? Just named it after the creator of that thing. Anyway, I thought it was pretty funny because they were cracking up, that you can say that's where the phrase "I'm gonna go take a crap" comes from, after the guy's last name. And before he invented the toilet, his last name was not associated with poop, so that's kind of sad. Anyway, I'm rambling now, but next week we'll see what happens when they reveal Satoshi Nakamoto's true identity, right? And we'll see what happens. But don't get scared. If they do end up coming up with someone that's like a viable and they have proof, that'd be sweet. It'd be cool to know. But we don't need to know. And if we do know, it's not going to affect anything, long term anyway, right? Because you could just easily say he had a boating accident and those coins are lost. So think of that. HBO reveals who the real Satoshi Nakamoto is. John Poopstacker. John Poopstacker, that's right. You heard of him? Right? They find out who Satoshi Nakamoto is. They let people know who it is. And what do you think the reaction in the market would be once they discover who it is? It's like, oh, we know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. Boom. Okay, that means that people are going to assume that all of his coins are now in play and they're not going to be moving around, right? And then, so the supply just went up. Theoretically, right? Supply just kind of became unlocked. And then the price dips because people are trying to like get out because there's more supply, or I don't know. And then in that same interview, he says, oh, but I had a boating accident and I no longer have control over my distribution of Bitcoin. That means that the supply went down again, right? That means now the supply went down for sure, because he just confirmed what we have all been assuming, that those coins have been kind of just abandoned. He didn't just confirm that they're abandoned. He confirmed that he doesn't have the keys to those coins. So for sure, even if he wanted to get those coins back, it's too late. It's already been lost. So then that's a supply decrease. That takes 21 million to 20 million, right? Or something like that. I think the amount of coins that Satoshi has in his wallets is like close to 1 million coins, so maybe a little bit more than that. Even if Elon was Satoshi himself, it still wouldn't matter. You know? Like, the fact is that Satoshi himself, whoever it happens to be, has lost control of the protocol. The protocol is now its own living thing. That's what's cool about it. That's what's cool about it. That even the inventor of it can't go back and enrich themselves on by inflating the supply like the dollar does every day. All right. So I like that little side discussion. That was a good one to end it on a Friday. We'll see next week if they finally reveal who Satoshi Nakamoto is. If not, if they don't tell you who Satoshi Nakamoto is, the real Satoshi Nakamoto is on, was it Tuesday? Next week? Come back on Wednesday. I'll tell you who it is, because I just want to see if they're right before I tell you who it actually is. Okay? So come back next Wednesday for sure. If you don't come back at all, but I'll see you guys on Monday, where we can continue to speculate and have fun with who might Satoshi Nakamoto be, right? But anyway, no matter what you're doing, no matter if you know who Satoshi Nakamoto is or not, you should be stacking your butt off, okay? Because remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend.